Today I'm going to visit Christmas markets in Manchester, and I'm going on a train from Liverpool Lime Street. Unlike Euston with its modern colour displays, this is the old traditional display of departure board, but they do have a Christmas tree on the concourse. The departures display at Manchester Piccadilly is quite interesting. It's the old type technology, but it's slightly curved and it faces 3 different ways. That's another good way of stopping congestion in the centre of the concourse. Manchester have published a very useful map which shows where all Christmas markets and lights are, and we're going to use that to visit 2 of the sites, first being the Winter Gardens. As we come here in the daytime, I stress that we're not here to see illuminations. You wouldn't see much of those. We are here to look at the market stalls. And I have to point out that it's most unusual for Manchester to have a clear sunny day. It has a reputation for raining a lot. I don't come to Manchester very often, so I was having to get used to the fact that there are tram lines on nearly every street. People just walk across the tram lines without taking much care, and the trams thankfully move very slowly and are good at blowing their horns. Now, I could have stayed in Liverpool to see Christmas markets, but for some reason they don't open that early, so it was easier to get the train over to Manchester and see some of theirs. But when I got back in the evening, it was a chance to look round St George's Hall area and see if the Christmas markets were as good as they've been in previous years. Many of the stalls were the same as last year, but the thing that I noticed this year was how many stalls were actually giving away cuddly toys. There seems to be a huge number of people offering cuddly puppies and various other animals, and you didn't really have to be that clever to win one. I'm not quite sure why they're having this clear out of cuddly toys, but there it is in Liverpool if you want one. From Liverpool, it's a 40-minute ride on the Merseyrail system up to Southport, so I thought we might as well go and have a look at Lord Street. It's got to the point where if you've seen one street decoration, you've seen them all, but the Atkinson Theatre was something different, so let's have a look at that. The only way to see the full extent of this giant cone was to film it from across the road or from the side. But I could see that people were walking through the middle and I wanted to go at that, so I did. I walked into the cone and the lights went out. So that was Southport, and I think this roundabout is a star attraction, if you see what I mean. Anyway, let's go back to Manchester, because I then did move on to one of the other places where the markets were on, down by the cathedral. There were a queue of people that seemed to be going up into Porky Pig, and perhaps Yorkshire pudding wraps are the thing this year. Maybe I should try one. It's nice to see that not all these stalls are about food, and there are some craftsmen still turning up for these things, and also some nice historic buildings to look at around Manchester. There are a few things about our Christmas celebrations that get more like the Americans every year. I just hope we don't start calling this time of year the holidays. I found that really annoying. I take my holidays in the summer. Here's one that every American Christmas film tends to have, an ice rink. Yes, they've got one of those in Cathedral Gardens. So now we're going to have a look down some of the streets to see what people have been doing with their houses. This is one in Oxton, Birkenhead, and as you can see behind me, well, I don't know if you can see me.
Yeah, right.
Hello. Yeah.
She's looking for everyone from the house. Come on. Come on, you.
Everybody's coming down to look at these lights, and as you can tell, even their dogs. You may not be able to see me that well because the only lights are the Christmas lights coming from the houses, but we're going to take a walk down this street and then we're going to go and look for some more. So we'll end up this particular Christmassy feature with people's lights in their houses.